Hello and welcome back to another painting video. Today we are going to be painting Ursula Creed for our Kasrkin army. Here is how she looks. So far we didn't do too much customization on her. We changed her face to the mask, changed her backpack to the Kasrkin backpack. So yeah, we're just going to get started on this and see where we end up. So we're going to start with our the lowest level, which is going to be the clothing. So that's going to be a not US field trap. It's going to be, here it is, German Camo Beige, World War II. Brushing. So we're just gonna get started with covering all of that. And then figuring out what is what on this. A little bit of a challenge. She has like a ribbon or something right here. We're gonna get right in here in the underside of the armor. I also have my other guy over here to like reference, because I need reference for this, because it's been a while. We can see her pants as well, so we're gonna get those. Just a little bit. That's going to be that part. So now we're going to switch to the armor, which is a uniform green color from Vallejo also. Get our brush a little wet here. And then we're going to paint all of the armor. And then the helmet as well. And the backpack. See the backpack really quick on this guy so that I know. Okay, all this minus like the antennas and like the radar and stuff. We're gonna be painting those a different color, but we'll paint right there. Pretty shaky today. This is going to be 2 coats of this paint. Obviously, if you can't tell with the coverage, it's not super great, so to get it to where we need it, we have to do 2 coats on this one. So while we wait on that to dry a bit, we can paint this helmet too, just because this helmet's going to need to be painted on here. Okay, boots are black, so the boots will stay black. Gloves are black. Just trying to remind myself of these colors as I'm looking at this right this second. Gear is black usually too, so I'm trying to figure out how to make this a little bit more interesting, but maybe we don't have to. So let's get our second coat in here. Get that coverage. The backpack doesn't matter as much about coverage because you figure it's like bouncing around, they're taking it off and throwing it in vehicles and all that, so. Okay. Now for the coats. For this army, this is something we haven't tackled yet. I'm thinking just gray. We're gonna do like the camo cloaks from like they have on the website for Games Workshop for the when they came out a while ago. I forget what that was. What sets had those camo cloaks? But like the librarian had that camo cloak on and all that. So I think we're gonna go with that with maybe a camo pattern on it, just because the armor has camo. I feel like this would also probably have camo on it. So we're just gonna go with that. So we're gonna get this and we'll paint over the trim and stuff later. But for now, I want to get the whole thing. Maybe the inside of the jacket being black is tight, but don't know yet. So we're just gonna work our way through the volumes here. I know I'm using big words. Where did I come from? Just move this really fast to get. Her coat is most of her, what she looks like, so bear with me while this is going to take a little bit of time just to get the full coverage on here. Getting all the inside of the coat. Gotta get the back of the coat here. Can barely see it, but you can see it. Okay, gray coat. And while we have the gray out and that we haven't made any huge mistakes yet, we can kind of do little highlights on the black pieces, like our shoes and our gloves, just to kind of pop them out a little bit, just like some light. Get these. Get this, get that. Yeah?
Do you have any glue?
What kind?
Are you filming?
Yes.
Never mind, goodbye.
No, I have glue. What do you need?
No.
What do you need?
One of my... Hello, internet. I'm the wife.
Hello, very limited people on the internet.
Hello, fabulous internet. The wife is asking for glue because her Christmas ornament...
Oh, no.
It's no big deal.
What do you
Just
need?
like
Which
super
one?
glue.
Oh, do you need it right now? Oh, here. Here's super glue.
Thank you, bye.
And then here's this if you need it to set instantly. Okay.
Not that serious, so just a little bit.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, and then let's go back to the gray because I had some time there. So just get the little bit left. Gray there. Get that stuff. Just get any of those spots that still have some black on them. Which is just not the end of the world, remember, because they're in the dirt, they're fighting. It's fine. Okay. Now for the, we're gonna go for the, let's go for the metallic color right now. So gunmetal is the paint that I always use for my metallic. They don't make this color anymore. So I'm trying to find a replacement, and I found a couple is like this chainmail and natural steel kind of work now, but you can see they're still kind of a little dark. So I'm gonna stop using this gunmetal color and going into this natural steel, or probably the chainmail. We're gonna go into this chainmail color just because I don't know if I have enough of that other stuff to go throughout a whole army. And I don't want to have to switch halfway through. So we've got our metallics now. And then we get our filters on our masks are that color. Any like details of armor and all that is also color. So the helmet, anything like that is this metallic color. We're also going to be getting our radar dish now. This is already like way watery compared to like the chainmail stuff, but kind of at the mercy of these paint companies when they switch their formulas on us. You just kind of have to roll with it. Or when you buy paint and you find out that you like it, buy a whole lot of it, because you never know when they're gonna discontinue it. So we're painting the little energy packs on the backpack now. The little Aquila thingy, that, and like the little metally bits. This is also a metally bit. And then for the sword, for the power sword, we get this whole thing here and the little emitter bit. Just go around. Okay. And then while we had our gray out, we can do a little bit of our camo pattern, which is only going to be on the helmet. And for the helmets, for the Kasrkin patterns, I do the gray, and then you do like a little mountain kind of shape, like double mountains, like an M, a big M. So I'm just giving her the Kasrkin camo pattern on her head there. It does not go on the backpacks. It does go on the chest, but you can see like her chest is kind of full, but we can put like a little bit on it and then kind of give the impression of it. So let's just put some there and then we'll fix that. Then we go into a hull red. This is the second part of the camo. And this one's also dead, but I have a new one, so it's fine. It's not too dead, but it's getting there. So then we take this, and then you leave kind of the outline on the helmet of that gray that we did. And just kind of put another M inside. Like that. Put a little bit here. And then on the top here we'll put some like it's on there. And then this will just be a regular guardsman helmet. We're gonna touch up the black really quick. So just get some regular black paint. Don't need a ton of this. But we do want to clean up a lot of the areas that we kind of overspilled on here. But we do want to, we can leave some of like the highlight on there. It's not the end of the world. Making sure there's nowhere else I really missed. Okay. And then for the gray armor, so kind of how they did it, I think it was like a ghost gray color, so like another like lighter gray on top of the gray. Whoops. Almost exploded all over me. So, and for this, we do just like little triangles, like, or like big triangles, just like triangle, triangle, triangle. You're just trying to keep it kind of random. It doesn't need to be what's it called? Doesn't have to be similar on both sides. So just adding some of the camo pattern to the cape here, or to the armor. Not armor, God. What's this thing called? A coat. And you don't have to do triangles, you can do whatever kind of pattern you want. Like that. And then we will take a, where is it? Like a basalt gray. So this is like a dark gray. And do the same kind of thing that we did with the Kasrkin camo is this, but we'll kind of put it like next to it. So just like next to this one, we're putting like another color. And making like those mountains and cutting off like these symbols here. You can't super duper see it. You could also use a black if you wanted to here. But you can see it more on there, right? It's like an urban kind of camo. And even for this, I'll just make this whole thing that color. Do that. We'll go back into the white here, just to give some more contrast in there. While we have it, we can just barely kind of edge highlight the guns here, which is what I wanted to do, but they were a little weird. And then, ooh, while we're here, we'll take a matte white, because we gotta prep the power sword for contrast paints. So for the most part, we're not using contrast paints on this army. I am fully in support of contrast paints. I have nothing against them, but I usually tell people, like on my army videos, that I try to do something different on every army. So for this one, you know, it's number one, it's like an army that I've been wanting to build forever, just never pulled the trigger on. I'm just trying more like 3 colors in like most areas. All right, so for the washes, we're going to go to a Seraphim Sepia wash for the tans. So we'll take this and get our whole pants and all that over here. And then everything else, I believe, is a known oil wash. So we'll get our known oil. And then we're going to do an all-over wash of the weird noise. We're gonna do a all-over wash of everything here. Oh, I didn't do the, so, hold on. Pause, not pause, but here, we'll take the hat. We won't do the coat right now. Okay. So we need to do the trim really fast on this coat. So we're gonna take this brassy brass color really quick and get all these like colors on the coat that are like extra detail. So that's the take out that. Clean the brush. Okay. All right, so now we can get all these details and then Could also use like a red, would maybe be cool for this, since they're like less ornate in nature. But we're here. This is how we're doing it. I'm gonna get the buttons in the trim there. All those guys. Okay, now we can go back to the black wash, and we'll start down lower, since we just put some fresh paint up there. So avoiding those areas really quick, just because I don't want to get the brass paint mixed in with my wash right now. Okay, now we can kind of go over it. It's dry enough here to where I can do that now. And then same thing, we want to get the stuff we did on the sword as well. And on here. We already did the chest. Okay. Now all that's really left is just some little highlights. So we're just gonna go back into our gray, our medium sea gray that we started with the coat, right? And we're just gonna pick out some areas to highlight the pieces. Can even like completely go over areas to add some more structure to it. We're gonna go into a middle stone color for the tans, just to highlight those up a little bit more too. So we're just gonna go mostly on the edges. Get like those little folds that are in here as well. We've already done our black, and then we're going to take an olive green and just do the same thing for the armor. The thing about this olive green too is that it's pretty close to the uniform green. So want to get over there. Get the top of the helmet here. Get some of the edges on the backpack. Now we're gonna move to a section. Oh, the power sword. I was like, what are we doing? The power sword. So we're just gonna take our Athletic blue. That's our standard kind of blue, glowy, techie color. And we're just going to apply it to the sword. And let it dry a little bit. And then I like to kind of like hit it with my finger to give it kind of like a speckled kind of look to it. So it's not just one color. And that's gonna be our Ursula Creed for our army. As always, oh, you know what we can do also though? Because we're here, we're gonna go back in with our ghost gray for the coat just to lighten it up a bit because it is pretty dark. And we can do the same thing to the camo as well on the armor. So just kind of pop these out a little bit more. Just give them a little bit more. Hey, look at us, we're here. And then we go back into our whole red color for our camo on here, just to brighten it a bit. Just hit it with a couple times and then go back into the medium sea gray to outline it. Just a little bit better, like that. And now that is our Ursula Creed for our Kasrkin army. As always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And then we will see you guys on the next one.